Oh, hey, planets.
Yeah, we're getting toward the end. Yes, the planetary alignment is significant.
Planetary alignment is significant in a lot of things.
Yeah. And I love this. You hear the, like, it sounds like rocks crumbling or something, and whenever that happens, Alex automatically looks. You can see she looks up to the ceiling.
It's like, what's happening?
It's like, huh? What? That is also a hint, because you heard a lot of that. There were a lot of that kind of things. There was a lot of that kind of sound in Roberto's chapter, and now we can survey the area.
Yeah.
And behind the diagram of the pillar of flesh is the next chapter page. So all ties in. Helpful ghosts.
With no eyes.
Yes. Well, you know. It's a ghost thing.
It's lucky it doesn't have a nose. Corpses smell bad.
Yeah.
It's like
Its
Voldemort.
hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard.
It's
the
interesting
relic
that,
too
like,
much longer.
in the last chapter, Pius,
There is no choice
you know,
in the
they gave
matter.
him, like,
It
the
must
face
remain and
mask
guard
armor
that until the time
thing.
of planetary alignment.
But, like,
After
in
that,
other chapters,
Guardian
when
may
he's in
return to its
disguise,
lair.
he's able to project, like, the image
Oh,
of, like, a
master,
normal, if
does
evil-looking
not like
human
failure.
face onto
It is
his
imperative to
lich
keep
skull.
the binding intact.
So, I'm not sure, like, was that just... I mean, we have recently talked about the fact that Pius loves to dress up, and...
I was gonna say, it depends on how
theatrical.
intimidating he wants to be when.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so they're preparing...
The war
big
to
sacrifice.
end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war. And
So-
the
That
value
goes
World
hand
War
in hand
One.
with World War One.
Yeah.
It's
Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the
it's
trenches of the Somme.
it's a little ambiguous as
Some
to whether,
say
like, the
uselessly.
whole war was
Some
plotted
invoke a
by
higher
the
cause.
ancients to create a huge
I
blood
read
sacrifice,
accounts of
or
the
if it was
slaughter from many
just
journalists who
this
spent time in
the Battle of
trenches.
Amiens,
But I found the account of a certain Peter
where the
Jacob
cathedral
to be the
is,
most horrible
which
of all.
and the
His
cathedral that this is
implication about
based
the
on
ancients'
in
involvement
real life
with the
was,
war was hideous,
you know,
and
was
so
used
obvious.
as a base, as an
With the
allied
horror of the
base
Battle
of
the Somme
operations
scant
of
miles
hospital, I
away,
think.
and the distant echoes of pounding artillery. A young journalist
I
named
like that
Peter
idea,
Jacob
though.
Yeah.
researched his
About
latest
World
story
War I
from the front
starting.
lines.
Because World
His
War One
grim
had such a
task brought him
weird
to oublier his
Yeah.
starting.
now
And how,
transformed
like,
into
it
a
shouldn't
into
have
a-
become a world war.
Right.
Well,
But it did.
Franz Ferdinand, you're...
Yeah. But I mean, like...
It was just it was
It was
just
between
a
a little
dominoes.
skirmish between those two
Yeah.
countries. How did I mean, it's obviously not the entire planet, but it's a world war for a reason.
Yeah.
All the big superpowers ended up being involved.
alliances
Yeah.
and things.
I know.
Yeah,
but,
it's all
like,
just but no, it's a neat
Yeah.
thing to
stupid
work
thing.
into like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So it's cool that this could have been started and everyone could have joined in because of urgings of people dedicated to, like, Xel'lotath.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
They're
Well-
all bullshit, but
Oh,
they're
yes.
really fun to hear.
They are fun
Yeah.
to hear.
I also love
especially
World War
with
One.
horror. Yeah.
The movie Conspiracy
This
Theory is a lot of fun.
I have
Oh,
not
yeah?
seen this movie.
It's a lot of fun. It was before Mel Gibson went crazy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days. So yeah, just like the
Lots of
last time, there are a
letters.
lot of letters in this. In
And
the
who are we in this chapter?
we are Peter Jacob, who is a journalist. They've mentioned that he's a so he's a war correspondent basically.
Okay.
So yes, ominous foreshadowing. So soldiers, sickly and dying soldiers disappearing mysteriously. And no one thinks that much of it because it's a war, but
Right.
I wonder what's happening. Even before we know that there are enemies, he doesn't have a gun. He just gets a flashpan that you can just set it off in a creature's face to daze it for a few seconds.
Well,
He gets a gun later.
Okay.
The gun is not there yet, but it will appear when we need it.
How fortuitous.
Yes.
What a crazy random happenstance.
And this is what we need to proceed. And that's just a neat thing where you can just look at the hall from a different perspective. There's only so much we can do at first, so we need these orders to get a soldier to move so that we can do a thing.
Do the thing!
Yes. Yes, what? It'll be a stern reprimand for you, lad. You're grounded. So, and outside here is
Oh, you're
a
Go
yeah,
outside in the sun.
is a soldier that we can give. Yeah, we can't. A curfew is imposed, so we can't actually go outside the cathedral, just as we can't go outside it in any of the other chapters. But there is a soldier here who is awaiting orders. So we give him the orders. Bloody L.
Did they mess that? Was that a typo, or?
I don't... I just thought, like, bloody really doesn't sound like bloody in any accent that I can
Yeah,
think
no,
of.
that's not a
Creepy
thing.
posters on the wall
I mean, that's a pretty big
in French.
mistake. If that's just a mistake, that's.
Well, I don't think it's like a mistake. I think it's just them trying to be all like, oh, see, it's an accent, but it's just all like, but it doesn't sound like bloody.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between French and stoned.
Bloody. Well, no, because it's supposed to be a British accent.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that doesn't make sense either.
It might be bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's a little closer if it's French.
Yeah.
But posters are scary. Propaganda posters.
Oh, there's a gun.
Yep, let's pick up the revolver. It's not
Do you guys know what a pregnancy test looks like?
Alright, so this is
Definitely a gun.
And that sets off the power of the mortar, the power outage, and then back in this room. And only one little pedestal spot left, you'll notice.
Oh
That
my
is
god, I
relevant.
just noticed the book is on a hand.
Oh!
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Let's back up. I've got my flashpan.
Not afraid to use it.
The bone thief just kind of stands there like, huh? What? And it's very dark. Oh god. Possessed nurses. No! I don't want to reload! I want to go through the door! Stop it! Context-sensitive button presses are kind of obnoxious when you're trying to go through doors.
Wind chimes?
You don't actually have to go up here at all to progress through the level, but there is one of the pieces of flavor text, the letter, the second letter, the third letter you find later on, but you don't need to find all the letters. They're just for
I really
story purposes.
really like the singing voices when you pick things up. It makes me feel accomplished. Like, you've gained this item.
It is a very da-da-da-da. It's very satisfying. Oh god, you should see the third chapter of this game is insane because it's so many of those voice chimes because you're picking up so many things in such a short time. And this is just delightful story. Now I'm starting to wonder. I don't know. Did Lovecraft ever write anything set during the First World War, or set that was about the First World War? I mean,
I have not read it.
Right.
I have not read everything, so.
Yeah. No, same. So
I
I'm
mean.
wondering. So yeah. Oh,
I
yeah. I've
don't
just
think so.
fade out here. So, yeah, nothing up there. But anyway, if you re-enter the main part of the chapel, oh god, there's bone thieves burrowing their way into the nurses.
No.
Oh, sorry,
No, thank
sorry,
you.
nice nurses. And in fact, we're surrounded.
Oh, look.
So that's delightful.
That's no.
Now they're trying to bury into us.
No,
Nope.
yeah, no.
Take the rifle. There you go.
Why ask?
Honestly, even the guns up to this point are not terribly useful, but the rifle's all right.
Get off.
That's a fun thing. Like if a bone thief is trying to burrow into you and another enemy attacks you, it also knocks off the bone thief. Not that
Helpful.
it's easy to just waggle the stick and get them off of you anyway, but that's neat anyway. And you can shoot the rats. There's no reason to shoot the rats. You just can target them for some reason.
Target practice.
I guess? I mean, you have, like, auto lock-on. It's not... And I completely succeeded at killing that nurse while missing the bone thief that was trying to kill her. Oh well. But yes, two-handed sword is the way to go for this chapter.
He is a much less graceful kill move.
Yes.
He is just surviving right now.
Yeah.
Only one goal.
Which is,
Survive.
which is very, he ain't no warrior either. I mean, Roberto wasn't either, and he had a cool move, but still.
Yeah. I guess it's like a different time period too, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Roberto
Maybe.
might have witnessed other people with swords a lot more than this guy has.
Right. Well, and this guy is very young.
Right.
Like, he's like 19 or something. I forget what the math is, but like, he's pretty darn young to be a war correspondent. But oh my god, it's so dark. There we go. That's better.
Just staring at you.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. He's just sort of chilling out there.
He's like,
It's
I
just
saw
sorta
what
like-
you did to my friends. You can go. Like, I'm not here to cause trouble.
Honestly, I don't even like working for these people. They are so weird. And possessed patient who walks slowly over to punch us.
Maybe the host is trying to fight against
The
the bone guy. He's like, I don't want to hurt him.
but that's creepy because that means that they're still
host
alive
survives. Some
when
of
the
the
thing's
host
buried
survives.
Oh god. This game is the nightmare that keeps on giving.
Because it buries into the body. It doesn't mention whether, like, the brainstem has been severed.
That's true. It just buries itself into the chest.
Right.
Which, I mean,
So,
would kill you by destroying your heart. But,
But
like,
I'm saying
if you're
if
being...
the bone thief can keep the body alive enough to use use it.
Oh!
If the brain's still getting adequate blood supply, it could still be alive.
This is like Goa'uld all over again.
I know.
So creepy.
Just to give some feels. So then when you start killing them, you're killing the people as well as the bones.
Yeah, but it's
And
not
we're
like you
putting them
had
out
a
of,
choice.
out of
Yeah.
their misery, so that makes it more satisfying to kill them. We will totally be playing that later.
Really? I thought we were just looking at it because it's pretty.
Nope.
Stop oh, those a trapper or
Yeah.
rats? Okay, so are you still killing rats?
No. My rat killing days are over.
How can you see the trappers? Or is it
Didn't know you had rat killing
or
days.
is it you hear the chattering and
Yeah,
you automatically
hear.
lock?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sound always means that there are trappers, and yeah, you just work it out.
Guys, every time you say the word
So we have to
trappers,
get the power back on.
I can't stop thinking of the binders called trapper keepers.
Oh yeah.
Thinking of like flying binders attacking you or something.
Well, there is an enemy called a trapper, and there's an enemy called a gatekeeper.
Okay then.
Trappers and keepers. Oh, the hand will muffle the sound. No, just letting you know. No, just a thing I noticed. Thank God we have a lucky penny. And we just put it in there and it works. Okay. Sure thing.
Bam! Penny!
Again, what happens if you say no?
You just can't proceed.
Okay.
Seriously, there's
Yeah,
no
I
point in
don't
even
know.
asking. I mean, everyone's going to just proceed. I mean,
Yeah, I don't...
there's not much point in playing the game if you just want to stay where you are.
I don't quite get it. So that door is sealed, right? But...
We have
Or it's not sealed, it's like propped shut. But there's a little hole there, so let's summon a trapper to go through the hole to see what's on the other side.
they're like little replicas.
Why did the trapper cross the road?
Oh, there's a body against the door. No wonder.
Who just left a body laying around?
Well,
Were they raised in a
no, he
barn?
was hiding. Read the flavor text. He was hiding,
And then he just
and
died?
then he just died from his wounds.
Oh, okay.
Castle is like, no, fuck this. I'm out of here. And now we can enter. And sitting right there is the 7-point circle of power. And so that is the highest circle of power in the game. And so now all of our spells can be pumped up to the max.
This goes up to 11.
Yep.
Finally
Though
saw that word for the first time.
sadly, no spells go up to 11. There are 9-point spells though, which
Well, that's
is
just
fun.
that's just like Stargate.
Which you will
then.
see. That's not a normal kind of thing, though. But you'll see that next chapter. You'll see what is the deal with the 9-point spells. Nothing to do here. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Victim
See-
of the cathedral.
What does that even mean?
Well, haunted cathedral, sort of.
You'll get that more when you see Rose Red.
Oh.
You're gonna see it someday, I promise.
We have to do that.
Oh!
Mortar broke open the windows, or shelling thing, something. Nice pretty windows got broke. And now there's like an extra 1 or 2 bone thieves in the room. If you killed all the others, there are more waiting to surprise you. So that's delightful.
Oh!
Yes. And it has 7 points. Oh, I think I was trying to find flavor text here for the broken windows, which I guess doesn't exist. But anyway, first things first. Let's play the organ.
What?
And sometimes that happens.
Can't be happening!
Yeah, no.
That's one of those things that it's worth pausing to read all the text, because most of it is a normal blue screen of death, but then
Right.
there's a little bit that's off, and that's
That gives you
fun.
like a hint.
Right.
Because if that happened to me, I would actually panic.
And so now you just need to remember the sequence of notes now that it is partially obscured by blood and tear.
It's not exactly a complicated sequence of notes, though. I mean,
No, most of the puzzles in this game are not terribly complex. It's still,
I mean, it's
still
the kind
cool, but
It's nice because if you do have a ridiculously complex puzzle, you start to focus on it, and if you can't solve it, you'll get frustrated and take away from all the other stuff in the game.
yeah.
Like,
I
'cause
mean,
the
it's,
game is pretty cool, and
mean-
the story's interesting enough.
yeah. I mean, the game really it runs on atmosphere first and foremost.
Right.
That's sort of its
Ambiance.
Its bag ambiance. Oh.
We are in France.
Yes.
France.
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 Oui.
All right. And so, let's reveal the invisible doorway. Pargon. So many Pargons all the time. And now that we're up to... Yeah, now that we're up to 7-point spells, there are 4 Pargons in every spell. Well, we just got the handle. Come on. So, here's the handle. And voila. Some ammo in this room. Not much else. Not really anything else to... And Peter going insane. No horror in the room this time. And no statue of a custodian that we need to stab with a sacrificial knife. Oh god. Oh god, what's happening? I'm getting enormous!
Can't be happening!
That was kind of hard to tell in that room because of the
Yeah.
perspective, but just as there are 2 different effects. It's one of where your character shrinks and one where your character grows. But like in that room, the effect of your character growing is less noticeable.
Right.
That was not really... If I could pick which rooms come with which sanity effects, I would not have picked that sanity effect to appear in that room. It's much better like when you're in a small corridor, because then like it looks like the walls are, closing in around you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be invisible. Also, I don't know what I was talking about because this was the room with the
Horror.
statue of the custodian that we needed to stab. So I don't know why. I was saying those things.
Out of breath.
It's been a while since I actually, recorded this footage. Yeah, Peter gets wind up. Another trapper. Oh. What did I keep this in for? I honestly don't remember. I show us something. Oh, maybe I... No, I don't... Oh, that's why. Because when you use the trapper to teleport that body, the body is right there. Because you used a trapper to send it to the trapper dimension, and so now it's here. Which is just a neat little touch.
Stuck there for eternity.
Yep.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely restore magic energy, which you'll notice, for a journalist, Peter does have an awfully high magic bar.
Why is that?
He's born special, I guess.
Because, journalist.
He's got untapped power.
He needed magic to figure out how to have a successful career as a journalist. Though if he got sent here, I don't know how successful his career has been so far.
Yeah.
Well, there's
He
that.
got stuck with this assignment.
Also, just, World War I don't know how successful anyone is
Well,
at
yeah.
that time.
Just gonna cut past the part of me killing that horror, because it's nothing you hadn't seen before.
That didn't even look like you cut it. It looked like it just, died at your presence.
And there's the shrinking one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Too many mushrooms, Alice.
You ate something, what you should have ate.
It. It was packed up in it.
There, you bastard. You can't see me. And where I can't see anything.
It's so dark.
Just a little dark. And the third letter. Collect them all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Soldier's letter.
World War One. That's so horrible. Well. So, I mean, from the cutscene before this chapter, anyway, if we hadn't already pieced it together, now it's much more strongly indicated to us that, dying bodies have been carried off to feed the Guardian. The monster at the end of this chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that was a rat that I just shot, never mind.
I thought you said you were retired from rat
I
killing.
did say that. I'm a dirty, dirty liar. And that will take us to where we need to go. To the deep dark chamber. Oh yeah! Forgot that the key is made of bone.
A key made out of bone.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Sounds a lot like what you'd say to a cat to get its attention.
Zaza! Becky! Zaza is such a dog in a cat's body.
Aw.
I need to come meet
She kind of, well,
I need to meet her as well, because she wasn't out when I was there.
yeah, no, and she plays. Why would it be here, of all places? Here, in this corridor? I wonder if you're gonna need to know the magical attack spell. I wonder. Subtle game. Subtle.
Well...
I like that moment. Now we're back at the door, and we remember what happened last time we went through this door. Paul
Peter
got
senses
smushed.
an
Or not smushed, he got
unbearable
popped.
evil.
Popped.
He got
Popped.
In the other, when it's the other types of guardians, he gets smushed. But with the Xel'lotath one, he gets popped. Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Alright, and here's me working out spells, etc., etc. Oh, this one right here is, we haven't found the scroll for it yet, but it's the magic pool spell.
Right, and it just said you have just discovered spell 11.
Yeah. Which will be identified as magic pool once we find the right spell scroll.
What does that do?
It replenishes, it's a regenerating spell. It slowly replenishes, your meters.
Oh, okay.
When it's Mentrock, it's all 3 meters, which is extra helpful, especially for a boss like this.
I'm nervous about this boss.
Like that you can hear the buzzing of flies.
Yes, Vigo,
It's like
you are
this.
like the buzzing of flies to him.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yup.
What the... What?
That is the Guardian.
What?
That is the Greater Guardian.
I don't like
And it is pissed off at us.
it.
Got a big roof
got
for a head.
too many
Boss
legs.
fight.
It's got too many legs.
Yep. Oh god. Oh no. If that laser attack hits you and you can't shake it off, that's an insta-kill. It pops your head like it did with Paul.
Now how do you attack this thing?
You need to use, whenever it glows like that after an attack, you need to use a 3-point magical attack of the correct alignment, in this case, Chattur'gha, to damage it.
Which is why you need the magical elixir.
Yes, because that will, yeah, and you gotta make sure you're not too close, because if you're too close, it will smush you.
Are you trying to fight me or entertain me, little one?
I like that it's female.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, because it has the same voice as Xel'lotath. So they all have the same voices as their evil gods. But yes, if you try to attack it with, like, normal weaponry, like with a gun, it will, give you a
Laugh at
hint
you.
that is not the way to go. So you need to run around, you need to keep your distance so that it won't do the quick attack that interrupts your spell animation. And you just hit it with 3-point magical attacks. And I mean, you can use larger point magical attacks to do more damage, but it only stays in that vulnerable state where it's glowing for a few seconds, so the timing is a lot easier if you just have the 3-point spell. Okay, and so for the second phase of the fight, it's glowing and it will send out zombies, which I'm using a damage field to keep them away from me. And so what you need, this phase is the hardest because this has the trickiest timing for working out when, because it'll glow green after it casts its spell, but only at a certain point, and casting a spell requires you to do an animation as well, so timing it out for when, like that, is tricky. The thing that's nice about having the zombies there is that magical attack is sort of it is conducted, like, so, like, it'll zap the closest thing to you, and then it'll zap, if the more points it has, the more times it can hit an opponent. So if there are more enemies, it will move in a current to the next enemy on.
Gotcha.
So that is how I hit all those zombies, and then I hit the Guardian itself. And here, you're just in a circle, and you just need to run around dodging its attacks until it takes a break, and then you zap it. As long as you keep moving, it's not too hard to avoid.
He's getting out of breath.
Yeah. It is so important to stay high on health, because, like, during this fight, because Peter's, even exhausted, Peter's running animation is fast enough to outrun the bolts that the Guardian tries to zap you with. But if you're low on health and winded, the animation gets even slower, and it becomes a lot easier for it to hit you. So it's tough to recover during this boss fight. So, but we got it. Eat that. We killed that Guardian dead. And now we get next artifact.
Woohoo!
Yep. Artifact of Chattur'gha. Or the essence of Chattur'gha.
You stole my essence!
And just like with the Heart of Mantarok, don't touch it with your bare hands! No. So, wrap it in clothing
Wait,
first.
so what happens if you do that?
Corrosive magic. Use your imagination.
Okay.
Let your imagination run away with you.
I'm picturing the whole melting thing from Indiana Jones.
Yep.
And that was how I came by it.
And Peter got to live to a nice old age.
Aww.
You have it.
That's so nice, because so many don't.
Yeah.
Poor Anthony.
It's a strange one.
Yeah, well,
I've seen one
yeah.
like this before. You have? Yes. Very rare, though. Very obscure. I've had experts take a look at it, and none of them know what it is. And you do. I'm somewhat of an expert on these things myself.
Oh,
An interest I developed a long time ago while I was a young
I
man.
wonder who you could
Then
be.
you should keep it. Lord knows
Yes, that will be.
I
He
have
is less grade, but that yes, that
sure
is
it's the
Alex's
cause of
grandpa.
my sleeplessness.
But he is semi-grade. This is sort of the
As if it's
in-between.
Calling out to me
This is his
Then a
midlife
drink,
crisis.
Yeah, right.
for the gift. For an unusual
So
objet
we
d'art.
see him at old, at how he was at death, and when he was young, and in between.
And Force Ghost.
Yes, that too.